In the heart of the Himalayas lies Bhutan, often dubbed the last Shangri-La. For centuries, this small kingdom has existed in relative isolation, preserving its unique cultural identity. Today, Bhutan stands as a beacon of tranquility, valuing gross national happiness above gross domestic product. And so, I embarked on a journey to Bhutan, a journey that would challenge my preconceived notions of what it means to live a meaningful life. Bhutan's isolation is a deliberate choice to protect its cultural and spiritual heritage. This commitment is exemplified by Bhutan's unique development philosophy, gross national happiness. Coined by the fourth king, it emphasizes psychological well-being, cultural preservation, environmental conservation, and good governance. Bhutan's commitment to gross national happiness stands as a powerful counterpoint to the relentless pursuit of economic growth. Bhutan's allure as the last Shangri-La is undeniable, but this romanticized image often overshadows the complexities of life here. Bhutan is grappling with modernization while striving to preserve its unique identity. The younger generation is increasingly questioning traditional norms and values. Navigating this balance between tradition and modernity is perhaps the greatest challenge facing Bhutan today. Despite these challenges, Bhutan remains a place of profound beauty and inspiration. To travel to Bhutan is to step into a world where ancient traditions still hold sway. We will explore Bhutan's rich history, from the bustling streets of Thimphu to the serene valleys of Paro and Punakha. Join me as we venture into the heart of the Himalayas to discover the secrets of Bhutan, the last Shangri-La. Our journey begins in the Paro Valley, a verdant expanse cradled by towering Himalayan peaks. Dominating the valley is Paro Dzong, a majestic fortress monastery that seems to grow organically from the hillside. As we explore the Dzong's courtyards and temples, we're struck by the pervasiveness of Buddhist iconography. Monks in maroon robes go about their daily rituals, their chanting echoing through the ancient halls. Here, in the heart of the Paro Valley, we get our first glimpse of the profound spirituality that permeates Bhutanese culture. No visit to Paro Valley is complete without a pilgrimage to Nest Monastery, better known as Tiger's Nest. The climb to Tiger's Nest is not for the faint of heart, but it is an experience that will stay with you long after you leave Bhutan. Finally, after several hours of climbing, we reach our destination. Inside, the air is heavy with the scent of incense, and yak butter lamps flicker, casting an ethereal glow on the ornate statues and murals. Tiger's Nest is more than just a monastery. It's a sanctuary, a place where the spiritual and the natural worlds converge in perfect harmony. Leaving the Paro Valley behind, we journey eastward to Punakha Dzong. Situated at the confluence of the Pho Chu and Mo Chu, Punakha Dzong is a masterpiece of Bhutanese architecture. Inside the Dzong's main temple, we're greeted by a massive gilded statue of Buddha Shakyamuni. The walls are adorned with intricate murals depicting scenes from the life of Buddha and the history of Bhutan. Punakha Dzong is a living, breathing testament to the central role that Buddhism plays in Bhutanese life. Our journey takes us next to the Phobjikha Valley, a high-altitude glacial valley renowned for its pristine beauty and its role as a wintering ground for the endangered black-necked crane. The arrival of the black-necked cranes in Phobjikha Valley is a deeply spiritual event for the Bhutanese people. The cranes are revered as celestial beings, their annual migration seen as a blessing from the heavens. The Phobjikha Valley is a testament to Bhutan's commitment to environmental conservation. It's a place where nature and spirituality coexist in perfect harmony. Our journey through Bhutan concludes in Thimphu, the country's capital. At the heart of Thimphu lies Punakha Dzong, a massive fortress monastery that serves as the seat of Bhutan's government. Thimphu is a city pulsing with life, a place where tradition and modernity coexist seamlessly. We visit the National Memorial Chorten, a massive white stupa built in memory of the third king of Bhutan, and we find ourselves drawn to the vibrant energy of the weekend market, where farmers from surrounding villages come to sell their produce. To understand Bhutan's present, one must delve into its past, a history as rich and intricate as the tapestries woven in its monasteries. The story of Bhutan's unification is as much myth as history, a tale passed down through generations. It speaks of a land blessed by Guru Rinpoche, the second Buddha, who arrived in the 8th century. The arrival of Zhabdrung Ngawang Namgyal in the 17th century marked a turning point. His leadership secured Bhutan's independence and laid the foundation for a unique cultural identity. Zhabdrung Ngawang Namgyal was not merely a spiritual leader. He possessed a keen political acumen. He skillfully navigated the complex web of alliances and rivalries, uniting the Bhutanese people under the banner of the Drukpa Kagyu school of Buddhism. He introduced a legal code, laying the foundation for a centralized administrative structure. Perhaps his most enduring legacy lies in the construction of dzongs, imposing fortress monasteries strategically positioned throughout the land. The Zhabdrungnas Sitpainzai reign secured Bhutan's independence and laid the foundation for a unique cultural identity that would flourish in the centuries to come. The dzongs, more than mere structures, stand as enduring symbols of the Zhabdrung's legacy. These architectural marvels are a testament to the ingenuity and artistry of the Bhutanese people. Their towering whitewashed walls, intricately carved balconies, seem to grow organically from the hillsides. To step inside a dzong is to enter a world where the spiritual and the secular intertwine. Monks in maroon robes go about their daily rituals, their chanting a constant presence. Each dzong, strategically positioned, served as the administrative center for its region. They are living testaments to the enduring legacy of the Jabdrung. Following the Jabdrung's death in 1651, Bhutan entered a period of instability. A new force emerged, destined to guide Bhutan into the modern world, the Wangchuck dynasty. Ugyen Wangchuck rose to prominence amidst the chaos. In 1907, he was crowned the first king of Bhutan. His reign ushered in an era of peace and stability. His successors continued his legacy, each generation facing unique challenges. The Wangchuck dynasty remained a symbol of stability and cultural preservation. For centuries, Bhutan's geographic isolation served as a double-edged sword. It protected its unique culture and traditions from external influences, but also limited its interactions with the outside world. As the 20th century progressed, Bhutan's kings recognized the need to engage with the global community, albeit on their own terms. The third king, Jigme Dorji Wangchuck, embarked on a path of cautious modernization. He initiated social and economic reforms, introduced modern education and healthcare systems, and began the process of developing Bhutan's infrastructure. He understood that progress did not necessitate sacrificing Bhutan's unique identity. It was about finding a balance between preserving tradition and embracing change. In 1971, Bhutan joined the United Nations, signaling its entry onto the world stage. This move marked a significant shift, opening doors to international collaboration and development assistance, crucial for a nation with limited resources. However, Bhutan remained steadfast in its commitment to preserving its cultural heritage, carefully controlling tourism and limiting foreign influence. This cautious approach to globalization, often described as high-value, low-impact tourism, reflects Bhutan's determination to reap the benefits of engagement with the outside world without compromising its values or environment. It's a delicate balancing act, one that requires careful planning, a strong sense of national identity, and the unwavering support of the Bhutanese people. In 2009, Bhutan underwent a remarkable transformation. The fourth king, Jigme Singye Wangchuck, voluntarily abdicated the throne, paving the way for democratic elections. This unprecedented move, initiated by the monarch himself, cemented Bhutan's transition from an absolute monarchy to a constitutional monarchy. The coronation of the fifth king, Jigme Kesar Namgyel Wangchuck, in 2008 marked a new era. Young, educated abroad, and acutely aware of the challenges and opportunities facing Bhutan in the 21st century, King Jigme Kesar embodies the continuity and evolution of the Wangchuck dynasty's leadership. While no longer wielding absolute power, the monarchy continues to play a vital role in Bhutanese society. Revered as symbols of national unity and cultural continuity, the kings command immense respect and influence. They are seen as protectors of Bhutan's unique heritage, their voices carrying significant weight in matters of national importance. The transition to democracy has not diminished the monarchy's standing. Rather, it has strengthened it. The Bhutanese people view the monarchy as a stabilizing force, a source of continuity, in a rapidly changing world. The kings, in turn, have embraced their new roles, working alongside elected officials to guide Bhutan towards a prosperous and sustainable future. As we journey through Bhutan, we're constantly reminded that history is not confined to museums and textbooks. It's woven into the very fabric of everyday life. The echoes of the past reverberate in the chanting of monks within ancient dzongs, in the vibrant colors and rhythms of traditional dances passed down through generations, and in the stories shared by elders around flickering butter lamps. The legacy of the Jabdrung is palpable in the dzongs that dot the landscape, their imposing presence a testament to his vision of a unified Bhutan. We feel his presence as we wander through the hallowed halls of Punakha Dzong, where he once held court, and as we gaze upon the murals depicting his life and accomplishments. The Wangchuck dynasty's influence is equally pervasive. We see it in the portraits of the kings that adorn government buildings and private homes, a reminder of their enduring legacy. We hear it in the stories shared by those who remember the reigns of previous kings, tales filled with respect, admiration, and a touch of nostalgia. Bhutan's history is not merely a collection of dates and events. It's a living, breathing tapestry, woven from the threads of spirituality, leadership, and cultural resilience. It's a story that continues to unfold before our eyes, a testament to the enduring power of tradition in a rapidly changing world. Today, Bhutan finds itself at a crossroads, grappling with the challenges and opportunities of the 21st century. The forces of globalization, while offering unprecedented opportunities for economic growth and development, also pose a threat to Bhutan's unique cultural identity. The influx of tourists, while bringing much-needed revenue, also raises concerns about cultural erosion and environmental degradation. The younger generation, exposed to the outside world through television, the internet, and social media, faces a unique set of challenges. They're torn between the allure of global trends and the weight of tradition, navigating the complexities of forging their own identities while honoring their cultural heritage. Bhutan's government, acutely aware of these challenges, is striving to find a balance between preserving tradition and embracing progress. The concept of gross national happiness, with its emphasis on holistic well-being, guides policy decisions, ensuring that economic development does not come at the cost of cultural preservation or environmental sustainability. Bhutan's journey is a testament to the enduring power of human resilience, the ability to adapt and evolve while remaining true to one's core values. It's a story that continues to captivate the world, offering a glimmer of hope that progress and tradition can indeed coexist in a harmonious balance. To truly comprehend Bhutan, one must venture beyond its breathtaking landscapes and delve into the heart of its cultural tapestry. It's a culture deeply rooted in Buddhist principles. Hospitality is an intrinsic part of the cultural fabric. Visitors are greeted with warm smiles and open arms. The Bhutanese possess a deep-rooted connection to their environment, a reverence for the natural world. The threads of Bhutanese culture are woven into everyday life, from traditional attire to the flavors that tantalize the palate. Men wear the go, a knee-length robe, and women wear the kira, an ankle-length dress with a tego jacket. These garments, hand-woven with intricate patterns, are expressions of cultural identity. Food plays a central role. Rice, the staple, is accompanied by dishes featuring chilies, cheese, and meat. Ema dachi, a fiery mix of chilies and cheese, is the national dish. Life is punctuated by rituals, providing rhythm and continuity. Prayer flags flutter, carrying blessings to the heavens. Prayer wheels send out positive vibrations. These acts of devotion reflect spirituality in Bhutanese culture. The Bhutanese calendar is punctuated by a vibrant tapestry of festivals, or tshechus, each a unique celebration of faith, culture, and community. These events, often held in Dzong courtyards or village squares, are a riot of color, music, and dance, drawing locals and tourists alike into their joyous embrace. Tshechus are not mere spectacles for entertainment. They are deeply spiritual events, commemorating significant events in the life of Buddha or honoring local deities. Elaborate mask dances performed by monks and laymen alike tell stories from Buddhist scriptures, their movements imbued with symbolic meaning. The air crackles with anticipation as the dancers, adorned in elaborate costumes and masks, take their positions. The beat of drums and the clash of cymbals reverberate through the air, building to a crescendo as the dances reach their climax. For the Bhutanese, tshechus are a time to connect with their spiritual roots, to celebrate their cultural heritage, and to reaffirm their sense of community. It's during these festivals that the vibrancy of Bhutanese culture truly comes alive. Generations gather, sharing stories, food, and laughter. The boundaries between performer and audience blur as everyone, young and old, is swept up in the joyous atmosphere. Tshechus are a testament to the enduring power of tradition, a reminder that even in the face of modernization, the human spirit craves connection, celebration, and a sense of belonging. Among the many tshechus held throughout Bhutan, the Paro Tsechu stands out as a particularly grand and colorful affair. Held annually in the courtyard of Paro Dzong, this 5-day festival draws thousands of Bhutanese and international visitors, all eager to witness this spectacular display of culture and faith. The Paro Tsechu commemorates the deeds of Guru Rinpoche, the patron saint of Bhutan. Legend has it that he subdued evil spirits and converted the local populace to Buddhism, his teachings forming the bedrock of Bhutanese spirituality. The festival is a vibrant tribute to his legacy, a celebration of the triumph of good over evil, and a reaffirmation of Bhutan's Buddhist identity. The air buzzes with excitement as monks and laymen alike, adorned in elaborate silk brocade costumes and fearsome masks, perform ancient dances passed down through generations. The rhythmic beating of drums and the haunting melodies of traditional instruments provide a mesmerizing soundtrack to the spectacle. One of the highlights of the Paro Tsechu is the unfurling of a massive thangka, a religious painting depicting Guru Rinpoche. This sacred banner, unveiled only once a year, is said to possess immense spiritual power, its presence a blessing to all who gaze upon it. The sight of the thangka unfurling in the morning light is a moment of profound reverence and awe, a testament to the enduring power of faith in Bhutanese culture. Perhaps the most intriguing aspect of Bhutanese culture, and the one that has captivated the world's imagination, is the concept of gross national happiness, GNH. Coined by the fourth king, Jigme Singye Wangchuk, GNH challenges the conventional notion that progress is solely measured by economic indicators. At its core, GNH is a philosophy, a way of life that prioritizes the holistic well-being of its citizens. It recognizes that true happiness stems not just from material wealth, but also from a sense of purpose, strong social connections, a healthy environment, and good governance. It's a holistic approach to development, one that seeks to create a society where people can thrive both materially and spiritually. GNH is not just an abstract ideal, it's woven into the fabric of Bhutanese policymaking. The government uses a GNH index, which measures factors such as psychological well-being, health, education, good governance, and ecological diversity to guide its decisions. This holistic approach ensures that economic development initiatives don't come at the cost of environmental sustainability or the well-being of its citizens. The concept of GNH has resonated far beyond Bhutan's borders, inspiring policymakers, academics, and individuals around the world to rethink what it means to live a good life. In a world grappling with the consequences of unbridled consumerism and environmental degradation, GNH offers a compelling alternative, a path to progress that prioritizes happiness and well-being over material wealth. The pursuit of gross national happiness is evident in the Bhutanese government's commitment to providing free education and health care. It's reflected in the preservation of Bhutan's pristine environment, with strict regulations on deforestation. The emphasis on cultural preservation is another manifestation of gross national happiness. Balancing material needs with spiritual and cultural aspirations is a delicate act. The younger generation faces the challenge of navigating modernity while honoring their heritage. The winds of change are blowing through Bhutan, carrying with them the promise of progress, but also the potential to erode the very values that make this Himalayan kingdom so unique. The influx of tourists, while bringing much needed revenue, also introduces outside influences that can challenge traditional norms and values. The younger generation, exposed to the wider world through television, the internet, and social media, grapples with the allure of global trends and consumerism. They're bombarded with images of a world vastly different from their own, a world that often seems at odds with the values of simplicity, contentment, and spiritual fulfillment that underpin Bhutanese culture. The rise of individualism, a byproduct of globalization, poses another challenge to Bhutan's collectivist ethos. Traditionally, the needs of the community have always superseded individual desires, fostering a strong sense of social harmony and solidarity. However, as Bhutan modernizes, there's a growing tension between individual aspirations and collective responsibilities. The Bhutanese government, acutely aware of these challenges, is walking a tightrope trying to find a balance between embracing the benefits of modernization while safeguarding its unique cultural identity. It's a delicate balancing act, one that requires careful planning, open dialogue, and a willingness to adapt while remaining true to the values that make Bhutan such a special place. Despite the challenges posed by modernization, the spirit of Bhutan remains resilient. There's a palpable sense of pride in their cultural heritage and a deep-rooted belief in gross national happiness. The Bhutanese people understand their culture is a living entity. Traditional arts and crafts are encouraged and festivals are celebrated with fervor. The younger generation embraces modernity while respecting their roots. Bhutan's story is a reminder that progress and tradition can coexist. This small Himalayan kingdom has much to teach the world. Bhutan, the land of the thunder dragon, stands as a beacon of hope. Bhutan's isolation has preserved its cultural tapestry for centuries, presenting a paradox in a rapidly changing world. It has shielded Bhutan from globalization, allowing unique traditions to flourish. Yet this isolation limits access to resources and opportunities. Bhutanese life, defined by nature, Buddhism, and community, fostered self-reliance and cultural continuity. The 20th century brought the realization that even the highest peaks couldn't keep the outside world at bay. Bhutan's kings embarked on cautious modernization, balancing tradition and progress. The arrival of television in 1999 pierced the veil of isolation, bringing the outside world into Bhutanese homes. The introduction of television, followed by the internet and the proliferation of mobile phones, marked a turning point in Bhutan's relationship with the outside world. The carefully controlled trickle of tourists, once a novelty, transformed into a steady stream, bringing much needed revenue but also raising concerns about the impact on Bhutan's fragile environment and cultural heritage. Bhutanese youth, their curiosity piqued by glimpses of global trends and lifestyles, found themselves increasingly drawn to the allure of the modern world. Western music, fashion, and ideas, once distant whispers, became readily accessible, challenging traditional norms and values. The internet, in particular, provided a window into a world of information and connection, a stark contrast to the relative isolation of their parents' generation. For some, this exposure sparked a sense of excitement, a desire to embrace the opportunities and experiences that the wider world offered. They saw education abroad, careers in fields previously non-existent in Bhutan, and a chance to engage with global issues as pathways to personal fulfillment and national progress. Others, however, felt a sense of unease, a concern that the influx of outside influences threatened to erode the very essence of what made Bhutan special. They worried that the pursuit of material wealth and individual aspirations might overshadow the traditional values of community spirituality and contentment that had long been the bedrock of Bhutanese society. The younger generation, caught between the allure of the global village and the deep-rooted traditions of their ancestors, found themselves at a crossroads. They were the bridge between Bhutan's past and its future, tasked with navigating the complexities of modernization while preserving the soul of their nation. Many young Bhutanese embraced this challenge with a sense of purpose. recognizing that they had a unique opportunity to shape the destiny of their country. They sought to blend the best of both worlds, pursuing higher education, exploring new career paths, and engaging with global issues while holding fast to their cultural roots and the values instilled in them by their elders. They understood that progress did not necessitate abandoning their heritage. They saw the value in preserving their language, their art forms, their festivals, and their deep connection to the natural world. They recognized that their unique cultural identity, forged over centuries of isolation, was a source of strength and resilience in a world increasingly defined by homogeneity. The challenges were undeniable: the allure of consumerism, the pressure to conform to global trends, and the widening gap between rich and poor presented real threats to Bhutan's social fabric. The very definition of happiness, once rooted in simplicity and contentment, was being redefined by external forces, leading some to question whether Bhutan's magic could endure in the face of such rapid change. The Bhutanese government, acutely aware of the challenges and opportunities presented by globalization, embarked on a delicate balancing act. They recognized the need to embrace aspects of modernization to improve the lives of their people, while simultaneously safeguarding their unique cultural identity and protecting their pristine environment. The concept of gross national happiness, with its emphasis on holistic well-being, served as a guiding principle, a reminder that true progress encompassed more than just economic indicators. The government implemented policies aimed at promoting sustainable development, preserving cultural heritage, and ensuring that the benefits of modernization reach all segments of society. Efforts were made to regulate tourism, limiting its impact on the environment and culture. Educational initiatives focused on instilling a sense of pride in Bhutanese heritage, teaching young people about their history, their traditions, and the importance of preserving their unique way of life. The government also recognized the importance of empowering the younger generation, providing them with the tools and opportunities to become active participants in shaping Bhutan's future. Investment in education, particularly in fields such as technology, entrepreneurship, and environmental science, aim to equip young Bhutanese with the skills and knowledge needed to thrive in the 21st century. As Bhutan ventures further into the 21st century, the question remains: can this tiny Himalayan kingdom, with its unique blend of tradition and modernity, preserve its magic in a world increasingly defined by globalization and its accompanying challenges? The answer, like the path ahead, is far from simple. Bhutan's isolation, once its greatest protector, can no longer shield it entirely from the forces reshaping the world. The influx of information, technology, and outside influences is inevitable. The challenge lies in harnessing these forces in a way that benefits the Bhutanese people without eroding the very essence of what makes their nation so extraordinary. The Bhutanese people, known for their resilience, their deep spirituality, and their unwavering commitment to their cultural heritage, hold the key to their own destiny. Their ability to adapt, to innovate, and to find a harmonious balance between tradition and progress will determine whether Bhutan's magic endures for generations to come. The world watches with bated breath, hoping that Bhutan, the land of the Thunder Dragon, can chart a course that preserves its unique identity, its commitment to happiness, and its deep reverence for the natural world. For in Bhutan's story, we find a glimmer of hope, a reminder that progress and tradition are not mutually exclusive, and that a better world, one that values well-being over material wealth, is within our reach. As I pen these final reflections, the memory of Bhutan lingers like the scent of incense after a prayer ceremony. The vibrant hues of prayer flags fluttering against azure skies, the echoing chants of monks in ancient dzongs, the warmth of smiles exchanged over steaming cups of suja. My journey through Bhutan was more than just a geographical exploration. It was a pilgrimage into the heart of a culture. It challenged my notions of progress and happiness. In a world obsessed with speed and acquisition, Bhutan offered a refreshing counterpoint. True contentment lies in how we choose to live. From the moment I set foot in Paro Valley, greeted by the majestic Paro Dzong, I felt a sense of serenity wash over me, a world where time moved differently, where ancient traditions held sway. The pursuit of happiness was a national endeavor. The physical beauty of Bhutan is undeniable. From the snow-capped peaks of the Himalayas to the lush valleys carpeted in rice paddies and rhododendrons. Yet it was the intangible essence of Bhutan, the spirit of its people, their deep connection to their cultural heritage, and their unwavering belief in the power of compassion and contentment that truly captivated my heart. While the iconic images of Tiger's Nest Monastery clinging to a cliff face or the vibrant masked dances of the Paro Chechu leave an indelible mark, it is the quieter aspects of Bhutanese life that resonate most deeply. The genuine warmth and hospitality of the Bhutanese people, their willingness to share their stories and culture leaves a lasting impression. Monks debating scriptures in dzong courtyards, their voices echoing centuries of wisdom, and prayer flags fluttering in the breeze, carrying blessings to the heavens, whisper of a world beyond the material. A lone farmer tending to his rice paddy speaks of the Bhutanese connection to their land and heritage. These are the subtle yet profound reminders of the Bhutan that touches your soul. Bhutan, for all its enchanting beauty and cultural richness, is not a utopia. It grapples with modernization and globalization. Yet valuable lessons lie within these challenges. Gross national happiness offers an alternative to relentless economic growth. True progress includes mental and physical health, environmental conservation, and cultural heritage. Bhutan's environmental commitment is a powerful example. Its pledge to maintain forest cover and promote sustainable tourism and embrace renewable energy shows development and stewardship can coexist. Bhutan's preservation of cultural identity amidst globalization is a lesson in resilience. Bhutan bestowed upon me a newfound appreciation for the concept of time. In our fast-paced world, Bhutan offered a sanctuary where time seemed to slow down, allowing for reflection and a deeper connection to the present moment. The Bhutanese pace of life, dictated by nature and simple human interaction, was a welcome antidote to my frenetic life. There was a mindfulness in their daily routines, whether sipping tea, tending fields, or engaging in rituals. This concept of time is a necessity, allowing for a deeper appreciation of the simple things. It reminds us that happiness is a journey, and the greatest gift is to slow down and be present. The question of whether Bhutan truly deserves the moniker, the last Shangri-La, is complex, fraught with romanticism. Bhutan is a work in progress, grappling with its own challenges and opportunities, yet there is an undeniable magic here, a sense of peace and purpose. Whether Bhutan can preserve this magic amidst globalization remains to be seen. The pressures are immense, but the Bhutanese people are resilient. Their unwavering commitment to their heritage gives hope. Bhutan's magic can endure, inspiring a world in need of alternative paths to progress.